Welcome to Hollywood, the boulevard of broken dreams. But Myles Cranford is walking that boulevard his own humble way, to where dreams are not broken.
I was born and raised in Los Angeles, in South Central. I was blessed in that I never went hungry. I knew at 7 years old that this is what I was born to do. At acting, that's a fine hobby and pastime, so we won't hear any more about that acting nonsense, okay? Well, I got my Bachelor of Science degree in zoology with a minor in philosophy and religion. I was a pre-med student. I didn't get accepted in medical school. I taught school. I was a firefighter. I worked in the hotel business. I managed a ostrich ranch, also sold cemetery property. I worked in advertising. It was eating at me so bad. I said, no more career jobs. I need to be acting. This is what I have to do. In about 2.5 months, I'd gone through all my savings, so I found myself homeless. And God assured me that I hadn't made a mistake. The 20, the 4, the 33, these buses that run all night, I called it Metro Hotel. You ride to the end of the line, you say, all right, end of the line. You get off, wait on the corner. The bus comes back around in 20 minutes, get on those seats, get a couple of hours of sleep. End of the line. So I was sleeping on the street. Talking about laying there in the street. I'm so happy. I couldn't be any happier. I could have more things, but I couldn't be any happier. When I was homeless, I was still working. Yes, the only thing is I just didn't have a home to go to. The public library system is a real blessing. 2 hours at LA Public Library, 2 hours at LA County Library, 2 hours at the Santa Monica Public Library, and 2 hours at the Beverly Hills Public Library. 8 hours a day on the computer. And so I just go from one to the next one to the next one, doing submissions, LA casting, actors access. There were people were starting to ask, for me. In terms of when I go to auditions, I can remember one at Fox. I took the bus out there, and now everything I owned in the suitcase, and there's some bushes there, and I just put the suitcase in the bushes and went on in. You wouldn't have known I was homeless. I was blessed to be able to do what I love for a living, even when I didn't have a home to go to. If you have something to give, if this creativity is it's like when you perspire, you can't close your sweat glands, you can't close your pores. When it's gotta come out, it's gotta come out. I remember one time, brother, God is so good. 17 men in a 5-bedroom house. It was something called LA Community Housing. But it did have a kitchen and a refrigerator. And so I was sitting on the front porch and I'm beginning to sweat because rent is due. And I was praying. I just said, Yahweh, please. You said you were going to meet my needs, and I believe you. Help my unbelief. Went in the kitchen, got my Ezekiel 4:9 bread and a couple of eggs, made me a fried egg sandwich. And just as I was slicing the bread in half, phone rings. Good morning, this is Myles speaking. How may I help you? Hi, this is Pete with Arrested Development. Are you interested? Yeah. My first paying role was $100. I got my first IMDb credit in 2008, and I have 140 now. It's only 10 years. Yeah, regarding my grill. God, it's so good, brother. My grill was a wreck and becoming even more wretched. It's like, how could he get this gig with a messed up grill like that? And I give God the credit for that, He made it very clear to me. He said, this is part of your path. I think they look kind of natural. My relationship with our Creator. Now, it's really not about religion. It's about relationship. The reason why I call him by his name, because I know him like that. That's the way he loves me. He's Abba, Father, Papa. He's Daddy. And his name is Yahweh. LA is I call it a little apple. It's a good little apple. Everything in the world is here. So why have to go anyplace else? And I can't complain about nothing. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life.
If there is one thing I learned from Myles, is to always listen to your heart.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.